Hi, good morning. My hair's still wet cuz I just washed it and I was trying to dry it, but it's still too wet. It's taking too long. So I decided to just go ahead and take Penny for a walk and then come back and finish drying it after I walk around outside for a minute and let it air dry for a minute. I'm in a hurry, sort of, because my sister's coming down. But y'all, I have lost her leash and harness. How, you ask? I don't know. I come in every single time I walk her and I remove her harness. The leash stays clipped to it and I hang it on a thing on the wall for leashes and keys and such. It's not there. I mean, it's not on the floor. It's not in the toy basket. Y'all, I don't know. I mean, all we did was go out and walk up the street, so... Oh, no, that's not it. Is that it? No, that's Charlie's. That's not it. And that won't fit her. She's not that big. Where is her harness? Her little handle's pink. And I don't have a lot of pink stuff in my house. It's off balance. I need to put nails in the wall, but Trina gave me this, Charlie boy. And I hang her leash right here and it keeps it balanced. I need to put nails in it to keep it. But seriously. Well, I mean, I can use his leash. And I probably have another harness, but that still doesn't change the fact that I've lost an entire leash and harness. Is it my ghost? I came walking into the kitchen. I don't think we made it this far last night, but I came walking into the kitchen just to make sure. Let's go to the office because I did come in here last night. No, because I had to switch the phones over. I don't know, y'all. Oh, this is so weird. I mean, did I stick it in my purse? Why would I stick it in my purse? But I've learned not to ask myself questions about why I do things. It's not in my purse. Gracie, I hear you, babe. There's my keys. It's not on the countertop. There's a lot on the countertop because I haven't had a chance to clean up this morning from my, breakfast. That's not how I intended to start this video, but here I am. Oh, I can't say that word. Here I am, deceasing it. Sounds so stupid. Okay, I did put the lid on that. No, it's not in there. That's the stuff I packed up from putting out a few fall things. Okay, well, I have no clue. So I guess I'm going to have to pull out a different harness that... Where's your harness? Where's your harness and leash? Where's your harness and leash? We cannot go walk until I find your harness and leash. Do you know where it is? Not helpful. I'll be back. Hi, I dried my hair and I walked Penny. I never did find the leash. I went through the entire house. I looked everywhere that I could possibly look. Craft room, didn't go in there. The spare room, didn't go in there last night, but I looked anyway. My bedroom, the bathroom, the office, the dining room, the kitchen, and the living room, den room, whatever you call it. My mind is blown, okay? What in the world? I mean, the seat being moved in my car, the car had been unlocked apparently. I don't normally leave it unlocked, but maybe some kids got in and played with it. Because, let me show y'all. Right now I can touch the pedal, but you see how slow it moves back? There's no way to do that by accident. There's no way to do this by accident. It's too slow. And this was laid back. There's no way you can do that by accident because you have to hold this lever down. So I'm like, okay, so somebody got in my car. Okay, cool. I can kind of explain that one away. The gate being open, I can kind of explain that one being away. I can explain that one away. What? Anyway, because the latch, I probably didn't have it in there good. That's cool. That's fine. It's only happened that one time. Moving on from it. Cool. I can't explain this one. I have no flipping clue. It's not in my car. We didn't go for a ride last night. Her car seat thing's in the back. So I know we didn't go for a ride because I would have put it back up here. It's not outside on the porch. All we did was walk down the street and turn around and come back. And I don't take anything off till I get in the house anyway. And as soon as I get in the house, I hang it up. But I can tell you this, as soon as I get to my dad's house and I tell him and my sister, you know what he's going to say? Well, where'd you put it? Oh, that used to make my mama so mad when she'd say she lost something. Well, where'd you put it? Well, where'd you last have it? Well, if I knew that, then I would know where it is. Now, wouldn't I, Harry? Yes, I would. I would know. All right, so today I did not intend on talking about the missing leash. I didn't, but here we are. What I intended to talk about was my friend Kim. My friend Kim is a classic overachiever. She is. And it's a good quality in some areas, but it's a bad quality in other areas. She told me to tell this story. I didn't ask if I could tell this story. She told me to tell this story because we were both laughing so hard last night at her overachiever-ness. It's a word now, okay? Overachiever-ness. So several weeks ago, she hurt her back. She sent me a text that she was at the kidney doctor because she has issues with kidney stones, and she had a kidney infection. Okay, that explains her back pain to me. She didn't tell me what she did to cause the back pain, so I didn't know there was another issue. Well, then she sends me a text a few days later that she's been at the ER since like 3 o'clock in the morning with her back pain. I said, your kidney? And she goes, oh no, from where I injured it. I'm like, we freaking talk every day. How do I not know that you've injured your back? I mean, the only days we don't talk are Friday and Sunday. Pretty much every other day we talk. How do I not know that you've injured your back? She says, oh, I didn't tell you? No, ma'am, you did not. You've just told me how bad your back hurts. I thought it was a kidney infection, so I didn't ask any further questions. I've never had a kidney infection, but I've had a bladder infection, and I know how that feels. Anyway, she says, well, you know me. And she starts laughing. Even though she's in horrific pain, she's laughing about it. Because I've taught her, you might as well just laugh about it because it's not going to change anything. You know, you can cry about it, you can be mad about it, or you can just laugh about it and accept the fact, in this case, that you did something dumb, okay? All right, well, what she did, and she said to herself, that was the dumbest thing I've ever done. And she said, you know, the difference between me and you is you were walking on your driveway and slipped on ice and broke your back. I did this to myself. That's what she said. And the ER doctor told her that she thought it was a compression fracture, which is why she was saying that, because she was going on the fact that she thought she had a compression fracture, which is just also called a wedge fracture. Your disc kind of collapses. Well, then she tells me the story. She and I both watch Barbara O'Neill, who's on YouTube and Facebook, and she talks about all this healthy stuff, and which is why I'm wearing this, because I have a castor oil compress on my wrist. But I'll get into that in a minute. I'm still sitting in my car. My brother called, so I had to hang up and talk to him for a minute. I'm waiting on my sister. I mean, we meet at my dad's, but I'm just sitting here trying to get my video done. Anyway, I'm going to try to speed this up because I'm taking too long to tell the story, as usual. But Barbara O'Neill mentioned this Jumpaline thing on one of her videos. So Kim orders the Jumpaline. Now, she doesn't start out slow. She doesn't start out like she's 56 years old and, you know, hasn't been working out. She gets on it with every bit full force that she can muster because she wants to lose weight and she wants to feel better. I think that's, you know, probably everybody's goal. But Kim goes at it times 1,000. Well, she's on it and she is like going crazy on it. And her son walks by and says, Mom, I think you should probably slow down on that. You haven't been doing that. And she says, I've been doing this for years and I know what I'm doing and blah, blah, blah. Well, about that time, something in her back popped. And she didn't know what it was, but she was pretty much She couldn't move. So she ended up at the emergency room, and they told her they thought it was a compression fracture. And then she follows up with an orthopedic doctor who says he doesn't see anything on the x-rays. The emergency room didn't see anything on the x-rays, but they said they thought it was. Well, anyway, the orthopedic doctor said he didn't see anything, sends her to physical therapy, and doesn't even order an MRI, which I think is just absolutely insane, because compression fractures are hard to see on x-rays. But anyway, I told her, I said, I wouldn't go to physical therapy until you have your MRI, because there's a different protocol for a strained back and for a compression fracture. Well, she told them when she got there that, you know, they thought it was, and she is having an MRI. She had to go to her general practitioner and tell him, and he ordered the MRI. Is that not the craziest thing? Anyway, stay focused. Well, she found out that wearing a back brace helped her back. And that's what the doctor told me. If it helps, wear it. If it don't. Great advice. Except Kim is wearing it like a freaking corset from the 18th century or something. It is so tight that it gave her the hiccups, y'all. It gave her the hiccups. She told me, she said, I love this back brace because it's putting pressure on it and it makes it feel so good, but it's so tight I can't hardly breathe. I said, Kim, don't be an overachiever. Do not be an overachiever with this. You don't need it that tight. You don't. It's just to kind of help hold you, but don't wear it so tight that it's cutting your circulation off. Then I told her, you know, some of my hints. I said, go sit in a hot tub with Epsom salts, because that helps draw out the inflammation and all that stuff. So she did that. Guess what she did? She fell in the tub. I'm like, this is just a comedy of errors. She didn't break anything. She said it didn't really hurt anything but her pride, but she's got a bruise like that big on her bum from falling. But yeah, she was wearing her back brace so tight that it gave her the hiccups. And Micaiah, her son, again said, Mom, you're wearing that thing too tight. I can tell it's too tight. And she said, well, I think it did give me the hiccups. And he was like, Mom. So anyway, we're laughing about her being an overachiever last night and going at everything extra speed. If 1 is good, 20 is better. Thankfully, she doesn't take pain medication. She hardly takes Tylenol. So I don't have to worry about that. But it's more, if 1 drop of peppermint oil is good, 20 is better. That's not the case. But anyway. So we're laughing about that. And she's like, oh yeah, tell them in my video that I'm an overachiever. And I always cause extra pain to myself just because I'm trying to do better and yada yada, right? Well, this morning I get up and I bought this thing that Joan had, and you put your hand in it and it massages your hand and it massages your finger. It feels so good. And I'm sitting there, I'm watching my little video, my morning videos, you know. I've got this thing on and it feels good. And then I see it has this little button that says intensity. And I said, I wonder what that does. So I hit it. And it started massaging harder and squeezing my fingers harder. It feels so good. The heat's on and the massaging up and down and the vibrating. And I'm like, oh, that feels so good. Yeah, overachiever. You do it till it turns off, which is, I haven't timed it, but like 10 minutes. I pulled my hand out, y'all, and I got like a red mark right here, and my wrist is really hurting. So I guess I'm an overachiever too, because I went with full intensity on that thing, and apparently that was not what I needed. Anyway, I'm gonna drive to my dad's now. All right, now I am home from visiting with my sister, and we had a great time. We just went to the... Penny just burped right in my face. Did y'all hear that? Thank you, Penny. Anyway, we went to the at-home store. Can you come lay over here? No? Okay, cool. And walked through there, and then we just went back to Dad's. We were going to have Mexican for lunch, and our Mexican restaurant that's in the neighborhood closed, went out of business after 30 years. I mean, I'm not surprised because nobody would ever come to work. 2 people were usually in there running the whole restaurant, one cooking, one serving and ringing up, because they said they couldn't get anybody to come to work. That's a shame. So, funny thing that happened while we were in the at-home store, some Traci-ness, as Patty says, some Patty-ness. Well, this was some Traci-ness, because this woman comes up and she starts talking to my sister about something that's in my sister's buggy, shopping cart, trolley. And then she looks over into my buggy, and it was wicker lampshades. And she said, "Oh, is that a hanging lamp?" And I said, "No, it's just the lampshades." And she said, "Oh, I need something like that, but I need a hanging lamp." And I, being ever so helpful, said, "Well, you know you can buy the kit." Y'all, I got so tickled. She got tickled. My sister got tickled. My sister said, "Where are you from?" I said, "The kit." I couldn't even say it right. What in the world? The kit? You can buy a kit. I mean, ain't that ridiculous, Penny? I can't even say the word kit. Kit. Anyway, and then we went back to, geez, oh Pete. And then we went back to Dad's, and I said, "I have got to go home and find this leash and this harness, because this is driving me crazy. I could never find it this morning, and I just don't know where it could be." So I come in and I start searching everywhere. I looked everywhere, man. I looked everywhere. I think it's supposed to be I've been everywhere, but you know, it still works. Anyway, I go through the whole flippin' house again. I went into the laundry room, which is where Gracie's treats are kept. You know, that's where she eats, on the dryer. And I picked up her treats and gave her a small handful, and I turned around, and guess what? The leash, the harness, it was all hanging right there where I hang my broom. Now, why in the world would I hang? I'm blaming it on Kim, because I was on the phone with her last night when I came back from walking Penny. So I'm blaming Kim for no other reason than we were on the phone, because it's not like it's her fault, but I'm still blaming her because I don't know why, just because I can. But anyway, are y'all overachievers in anything? Do you do too much when you should only do a little? Anyway, that's it for this one. I can't take any more than losing that and the kit. Jesus, be a translator is what I need. Jesus, be a translator. Anyway, that's it. I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon, because these people be crazy and I can't talk. Kit. And I'll talk to you on the next Traci Tries, which will be probably tomorrow, unless I come up with something later to make a quickie on. Okay. I can't do that real well. And I can't wink real well. My whole face changes when I try to wink. It's not sexy at all. So anyway. Okay, bye. Did you already hang up? Okay, bye.